All you hear is static. Hello? Is there static still? It's gone. Yes, you hear static when I'm talking? No. I wonder why it was doing that with the song. Oh, well, I guess someone didn't want me to play that song. How is everyone? I wanted to play a little Gangsters Paradise because, that song goes way back for us. Um, does anyone remember why we played that song? There's a whole story behind it. There's a whole story behind my, even my avatar. Anyway, hi everyone. Hi everyone. Yes, the whole yo 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 thing and then the Gangster's Paradise. There's a whole story behind that. Who remembers it? Yeah, Amber Kay loved that song. But there was a whole reason behind it. Does anyone remember? Yes, rest in peace, Coolio. No one remembers why we played that song? And then I think Sweet made a whole video, like a mix of that song and me. Pretty sure it was Sweet that did that. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to tell you. Remember, we had a gangster, a young gangster in the community who was eating fruit roll ups. Remember him? I'm not going to say his name, but we were kind of poking fun at him. I spoke to her the other day, Cassandra. Yes. Well, you said his name. You went and said his name, Randy. But that was the whole premise behind everything. Because I kind of, was teasing him. But that's how the whole Gangster's Paradise thing came around. Anyway, I hope everybody is well. And we're in the fall. We're in the cozy season weather. I have new emojis for the members to show us that it's all fall and we're going into winter. Before you know it, it'll be winter. But anyway. All right. So, when I set this live up, I had intentions of, I don't know, kind of going at whiskey. But I started thinking back to the past. I started thinking about how everybody in this community really liked whiskey and how much he liked us. And I'm going to even play a little video to refresh everyone's memory how much, he liked me, Stephanie Brown. He was, making fun songs and parodies. He was going to make a parody, he was going to make a song for Ladies' Night, like all good things. Everybody liked whiskey. He had friends uh, for a very long time, longer than, I mean, we know him around here for quite a long time, but he had friendships with, right, Juan, drop my PayPal. Yep. Uh, well, that's not Debbie, you're going to have to wait for that. But by the way, it's going to be open panel, and once we get into this conversation, because it's going to go even further. It's not just that. Hi, Joni. It's not just that I am repulsed by his vulgar language to me for no reason, because I'm going to give everybody a little history of how things went down here, and I don't even fall into this whole entire equation, but we're gonna talk about that. It's not only me that he's vulgar to, but he's been vulgar to Stephanie, to Mandolin, to hi Janet Goulet. I joined. you joined his highest member tier, canceled when he went in on you. Well, that's the thing. Hi, Jamie Lynn. Hi, Kathy B. Hi, Eric. Hi, Uber. Um, yeah, he had a lot of support from here. Hey, Tracy. He had a lot of support from here, and there was a time that we had no problems with him. I feel like he's using me, like other people have used me, to make this whole story up. I don't know anything about Natasha and her community, and quite frankly, I don't really care if he was a part of her community after he called her a scammer and then, got money from his people. Because here's the thing, I don't count people's coin. Hi, Bluebird. Hi, Jamie Lynn, Deborah Ann. I don't, Sin, did I say hello to you? Hello, Sin. I don't care about other people's coins. So I don't care if they gave him money for a guitar. I don't care. I don't like that he's using something that he knows nothing about, has no respect to even ask does he have his information correct? To just use me as a weapon, and then to bring everybody else who cared about him, like Ash 274 and Mandolin and Hello Starlight and Stephanie Brown, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. I don't understand it. As far as Viv goes, though, listen, Viv, I am so sorry because after all, the word around here is that I have people on my payroll. Well, Viv, I'm sorry you didn't get your rent check from me. I'm sorry I was late. There. Viv, I will say this to you. Don't you dare think that you know shit about me, that you know anything about me, but we know everything about you. How about that? We learned it last night. Okay? So yeah, I don't really care about you because I think you're a shit stirrer, and I think because whiskey is in a vulnerable state, and I say that, yes, and I know I owe you 5 or 6 years back pay. I know, I know. A lot of people are waiting for their money, uh, and I'm sorry that the check was late, Viv. No reason to go at me. So anyway, what was I going to just say? Oh my word. I was going to say something. Oh my. Well, yeah, I agree with you, Deborah. She is a slug. I don't care about her. Okay, yeah, the people, listen, she wasn't around, or maybe she was around. I don't know. Hi, Ninja. I don't know if she was around. I don't remember ever seeing her, and I really don't care because she's really not part of any of this. What I don't like is that although some things are kind of, if you go back in history, there are some things that you might say, oh, that resembles something that's going on now, but it wasn't really that deep. So I want to tell a little story about my friendship with whiskey. So a couple of years ago, I guess about 3 years ago, well, yeah, it's about 2019. When all the expatrians, remember, we were the drama community, right? We were the drama community, and then we met what we refer to as true crime, but really they were more Chris Watts followers, right? That's how we met Laura, Makeup Mobster, and other people, right? I'm sorry, Dory. The pony's on the way. Hi, Jeff. Love and support. Yeah, I'm still working, but getting ready to head home. I'm listening. Can't stand a woman abuser. Exactly. That's it. That we're going to be talking about that. We're going to weigh in a little bit because we've had discussions about this. If a woman is fighting with a man, whether it's in real life or online, and you curse at him, call him a bitch or whatever, and then he comes back at you, you're a bitch, you're the C word, blah, blah, blah. Should men be talking to women like that? I stand with No, no, a man should not be talking to a woman like that. Some people, I think Randy's kind of on the side because we've had the discussion many times that if you're getting in a fight and you're getting down dirty and low to the man, then if he comes back with you and calls you the c word or whatever, it's okay. I grew up in a household with a father that held my mother in the highest regard and never would disrespect my mother. That's how I grew up. I don't allow anybody in my life, I don't allow men in my real life to call me a bitch or the C word. So why would I tolerate it on YouTube? And that goes for people that are just plain toxic in your life. Um, I've had friendships from the time I was, 12 to, adulthood where I was, best friends. And then something changed, and that person became toxic in my life. So I had to cut them out as much as it hurt me. So, you know, I don't go around attacking men, but if I do, I expect it back. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that because you and I disagree on that. I won't tolerate a man, which, hi, Carrie. I mean, every time I hear this man talking about me, the word bitch is always in front of my name. And I don't deserve that from him. And I do understand that it could be, I understand that it could be the alcohol. Yeah, I know you're right and I'm wrong. Blah, blah. I'm sticking my tongue out at you. You can take a link when we get to that point if you'd like. We can argue this out. Anyway, um, so yeah, it could be the alcohol, and we're going to get to that too because I have so many things that are going on in my mind, but I want to start. Hey, Rabbit Dog, here's a perfect example. I'm just going to use Rabbit Dog. Uh, you know, well, there's other men in here that don't do that, but Rabbit Dog came up on my panel quite a long time ago, and I think we all kind of remember it, right? Yes, I'm not. Well, thank you for reminding me about that. I have not once gone at whiskey, other than last week when I played the little pee song. But the reason that I played that little pee song was, and Randy can vouch for me when I say this. When I was picking songs, I was looking for a song that wasn't gross or hi April, that wasn't gross. Hi, thank you. Next, I'm sorry, I forgot to say hello to you. I was looking for a song that wasn't going to be gross, right? When I heard that song about the little penis, um, hi, Josh. When I heard that song about the little penis, I said, my God, this guy's really talented. And it reminded me of a song. And I said this that Wogs would have made up because that's what he does. He does, Randy, because he does really good parodies. I do believe that Whiskey is talented. We all thought that he was very talented. I don't know other than like I can say, yes, open panel. At some point, I feel like this alcohol is affecting him. And here's what I want to say, and I don't want to get too much into this because, I don't like talking about it. Um, Alcohol is going to kill you. Okay. The alcohol is going to kill you. You have a daughter. I think you want to be around for her. I have experienced it in my life. Personally, I have watched this disease slowly take, and it slowly takes you because here's the thing you can try to fix it. You can get help, but if you don't, it will shut down every organ in your body. And if you don't get the help that you need, and you might already have, let's say, cirrhosis of the liver or the beginnings of cirrhosis, you can heal that. But if you get stuck in the hospital with stage 4 cirrhosis and all of your organs shutting down, they can't say to you, well, listen, if you don't not drink for 1 year, we can give you a liver transplant. It doesn't work that way. You never have time to heal and get that year. So all I'm going to do is suggest to you, if you can get help, because alcohol, although it uh, doesn't always turn you into a mean drunk or a happy drunk, it's killing your body. So it really doesn't matter what kind of a drunk you turn out to be once you've consumed alcohol. And I feel like any creative muse that you might have had um, is is going to be taken away. It's going to be taken away from the alcohol. So I do hope that you get help. So on that note, um, we're going to talk about what happened 3 years ago. So and I'm going to show the video because it's quite amusing because it's the complete opposite of how he goes at me every single time he's live. I have never, ever gone at him. I have let him say whatever he wants because it's not true. And I have let him call me a bitch. Um, and I can't go into a side chat anyway because he blocks everybody. I have offered him a link here, but see, here's the thing: he has not given me the respect that I gave him 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, the drama community, the trauma community, whatever you want to call it, we all came together. And when that happens, yes, he always does, Jamie. So all the ex-Patreons of Laura, and I have to bring up Laura, unfortunately, because it's all part of this puzzle. Yeah, it is repetitive at this point, Cassandra. Very competitive. I mean, repetitive. My God. Anyway, so 3 years ago, the ex-Patreons of Laura came over to us and, revealed some things that were in her Patreon, in her little Facebook groups. And we all know what that is, the fantasy R site and, and I want this person's address. I want to know their name and blah, blah, blah. Crazy Daisy. I'm driving home, so I won't be able to type until no problem. Drive safe. Uh, I don't know, Deborah. I don't know. I really don't know. So what happened was in that little group, there were pictures of Woggs's ex-wife and his daughter. So I didn't know what to do. So I can't remember if I had gotten in touch with Jenny, Jen, or Vinny, one of them. I said, listen, I want to talk to Whiskey directly. So, because I never had a private conversation with him. Hi, Texas girl. So I got him on a call, and I said, "Listen, I need to tell you that because because Laura and Wags had some kind of a online relationship, just maybe taking off, whatever. I don't know the intricate details. We're going to see a little video of what happened towards the end, but anyway, that was going on. So I felt like he needed to know. And then I said to him, listen, I said, I will not bring this public without your permission. Without your permission. If you tell me it's okay, and of course we'll redact your wife's face and your child who was underage, we'll redact that. So what happened was in the interim before we had this panel, when that would be Wendy and uh, he went into Laura's stream. Now I was hoping to actually have that. Hi Daria. I was hoping to have a clip of that. I don't know if I do or not, or if anyone has it. If anyone has it, um, pass it on to me. But he went into Laura's chat while she was live and said, "Did you dox my kid?" And she got but see, he already knew. He already knew because I had already told him and I had already showed him. So he went in there and asked her, and she flat out lied to him. And she got all indignant and said, "How dare you ask me that? If that's what you really think of, no, I didn't do that. And if that's what you really think of me, then go back over to Diane's." Right? That's what she said. So that was pretty much it for him. He knew that this woman that he'd been talking to, um, who possibly he might have started dating, doxed his kid. And of course Laura, brushed it off as, well, all girls do that. They look up exes and shit like that. Yeah, and I get, yeah, maybe they do. But the kid was in there, and they were talking about the kid, and it just grossed him out. And that was pretty much it. So that's the respect. I'm trying to just, give you an idea of that's the respect that I gave to him, that I wouldn't just use him for content and his child and his ex-wife and just throw it up on our live stream, right? That's what I did. But he hasn't given me the same respect that I've given him. No, he just wants to call me a effing bitch, right? On and on and on and on and on. So I want to show you how much, and I hope this isn't, I hope it plays all right, but I'm going to screen share something with you. But I am going to check, I need to check my mod Discord for a minute because, okay, hold on a second. Oh, okay, I'm going to share this. Hold on a second, guys. Give me a second. All right, so I'm okay. So here it is. All right, thank you for sending this to me. All right, hold on one second, guys. I want to. It's a very short clip. Wait, I got to close out some shit here. I'm going to close this out. Okay, and I'm going to close this out. No, this is the wrong one. Because I have another video that I want to show. It's about, the other one is about 7 minutes. Okay. Okay. Where is, oh my God. Here it is. I'm losing my mind tonight. Okay, I'm going to just share this real quick.
I never had a picture of his kid. I posted one picture of his wife and one picture of both of them. If they have a picture of his kid, they made it up. Because I never posted a picture of his kid. Ever. I would not do that. Marianne just said you showed both his wife and kid on Patreon. Bullshit. That's a lie. I showed it to fucking 5 people. So that's a fucking blatant lie. And I never showed his kid. So, yeah, but I never did. I wouldn't touch kid. I didn't care what his kid looked like. That's why I know he wasn't really married. And he knew that. I've never posted his kid. 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 Do I even have to fucking answer you? Of course I didn't. Are you fucking dumb? If you really fucking believe that, Whiskey, do me a favor, lose my number and go over to fucking Diane's. I'm serious. How you can even fucking ask me that? Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so I did get that. I was able to get a hold of that. So there you go. Hi, Ash. Hi, Monique. I wasn't watching side chat, so I don't know who came in. Hi, Monroe. So that was a little clip where, like, hi, my love of crafts. When I said that I went to whiskey and I said, this is what's been going on, and but this is who he tries to white knight to us. Oh, is he white knighting for her now again? Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I don't even want to hear that. But the point was that because I gave him the respect that I thought he should have, being that it was his child, he knew about this. And then he went into Laura's. That was a little clip where he went into Laura's and asked her if she did that. And she bold-faced lied to him. And that's when he gave me the permission for Wendy and I to present what we presented, right? The many clips that we had of what was going on. Hold on a second. See, I never have Discord on, but in this case, I might need it on. Hold on. Okay, well, I think whoever just sent that to me, or I already played it where he went in there and said, "Did you do that?" So that's all. Again, it's just it's really just to make a point. It's really just to make a point. So yeah, well, yeah, Monique definitely the biggest flip flopper. Yes, Wendy covered up the faces, absolutely. Um, Hi, love in my life. So this is why I wonder why whiskey would be going at me uh, all the time. I think that he needs something to use. I have no idea what he's talking about, Natasha. That we all want to steal her stuff. Here's the thing: I've never even been in Natasha's side chat. Was I in a chat with her once? Absolutely. I was in a chat over at BBT's. She was in there. And yeah, I've never been in her chat. I never wanted any of her subs. Diane Channel, that video is in your. Yeah, I got it. But thank you, Tracy. I wasn't going to say who it was, but I already played a small clip that I had gotten, and it did show him going in there. It was just a little bit. See how many clips there are of that shit out there? And listen, just let me say this: I didn't bring up Laura to go at Laura. This has nothing to do with Laura. It's to show how he, threw away so many people. He just threw them away for no reason. Welcome, Monroe, to Lawn Chair Mafia. Now you can start using my new emojis that I just put up for the fall if you go under where it has a little emoji symbol. Uh, but welcome. So anyway, here's the thing. I would love for Whiskey to tell me why he keeps going at me. I mean, he knows deep down in his heart that what he's saying is not true. Um, so I'm just kind of confused about that. But the other part of it is that word, hi, Florida Keys, Amy. Hey, just Angel. No, that's okay, Tracy. I definitely appreciate it. The only reason he hates Natasha now is because he's attacking Hello Starlight in her chat. Yeah, so I remember that happening. Again, I don't go to her chat, and it's not for any reason that I just haven't ever been in her chat, right? But what happened in there was he was going at Hello Starlight. Natasha told him to stop. It got him perturbed, and then he turned on Natasha. Diane, I'm behind the chat, but I put the video. Your look. I know. Thank you. All right. I wasn't going to say you gave it to me either, but thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. I already played it. Thank you. I'm glad you had it. I should have thought about that because Wendy does have a whole playlist, from our live streams that we did. Um, okay, so here's my deal with him is I will not ever allow a man to talk to me the way. Hi, Shauna. I will never allow a man to talk to me the way he does. Um, Hi, Coco Loco. I'm well, thank you. I hope you are too. We all share subs. For fuck's sake, Natasha has wonderful people. Yeah. I mean, listen, I just never found my way over to Natasha's, and it wasn't for any other reason that I just haven't been hanging on YouTube all that much. Um, after I lost my mother, I kind of went nuts. No disrespect, but he hasn't been disrespectful for years. Now it's happening to others. You want a standard. It was funny when he was being nasty to other women. Uh, well, what other women was he being nasty to? I've never seen him be nasty to anybody other than the people that he turned on. You want to elaborate on that, Twill? Who did we stand by and watch him do that to? Do you want to really elaborate on that? Because I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm going to show the clip. I'm going to show the clip of him, breaking up with Laura, or their little breakup scene, and how much he loved, well, I'm not going to say the word loved, but he really liked, Stephanie and me, and that's what perturbed Laura, was that he knew us for years, and she wanted to be on a different level than me and Stephanie, or if we weren't, then he could go and talk to Stephanie for well, I don't know if that was a troll or not. If they're trying to make a point, Randy, I would like to know what, back it up with facts, like back it up with something, because I don't think that any of us in here cheered him on to go at any women. Not to my knowledge. The only women that he's gone at since he's hooked up with that weirdo Viv is the women that are in here right now. He was a piece of shit to Laura. No, 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 no. Who are you, Capone? You little weirdo, Capone. That's not true, and I'm going to prove it. Um, Diane has to get out of here. Coming soon, I can feel it. Well, when somebody says something idiotic, of course I'm going to, say get out of here. But at this point, this person is trying to say that everybody laughed. No, no. Nobody laughed. I mean, listen, it was kind of funny that, well, I don't know. Let me play it and you tell me if this was funny or not. But pay attention to him saying that he likes. Okay, all right. I'm sorry if I insulted you, Twill, but I'm going to show you a little video now. It's 7 minutes long. I might not play the whole thing, but this was for us comedy, because not so much because of whiskey. Is Frenchie in here? Hi, call me Frenchie. Bonjour. I've been watching. I have to just tell you this. I've been watching. I watch a lot of cooking channels. That's all I do is watch cooking channels on here. So I switched over from Italian to French because I found this guy. I'll give you his link later. He's great. He's from Canada, but he decided to kind of do like that. You know that movie Julia and Julia. So he has Julia Child's first cookbook that she did with that other woman. Hi, Sally. Hi, Tara. So he does all these recipes out of there. And I'm really getting it. Hi, Pale Rider. I'm really getting into these French recipes now. I'm going to have to try some of them. Anyway, okay, I'm going to play this. I'm all over the place tonight. Somebody come up here so that I can breathe. I didn't even take a sip of my Frappuccino. I haven't even taken a sip of my Frappuccino. Somebody come up here. I need to breathe. Okay, I'm going to play this video. Hey, Lee. All right, here we go. Okay, I got a screen share. Blah, blah, blah. Tracy, you're missing my point. You can't choose which women deserve to be respected. Okay, listen. All right. Let me just tell you, when you listen to this video, okay, He is not calling her a bitch. He's not calling her a fucking bitch, which he calls me constantly, which he calls Mandolin, which he calls Ash274, which he calls Hello Starlight. And I don't know, there's a list. You're not going to hear this in this video. Okay? All right. Now that we've settled down, give me a second, guys. I got too many things open up here. Thought I closed some down, but apparently not. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. This one's 12 minutes. No, that one's too long. This one's only 7 minutes. All right. This was done by Hello Starlight, by the way. She loves to add all kinds of fun music and shit like that. Okay. Share. Okay.
Living in this fucking RV and I'm lonely, and it's like the last thing in my world that I want is a woman right now. Honestly, fuck that. Now, do I want to come on here and be really good friends with Laura? Yeah, she's cool. I vibe off her, dude. Like, I can say fuck around her. It's cool. She,
Shit. I forgot to mute. Hello. I forgot to mute.
Hey. Oh, I didn't hear a. Oh, yeah, maybe I did.
Yeah, I'm going to start it from the. Well, I didn't play that much. But anyway, hi.
Hi. Let me mute.
Okay, yeah, mute, and I'm going to share again. Okay, let me close out this window because this is useless at this point. Okay.
Stephanie Brown? Fuck no. I've known Stephanie Brown for a year, dude. I don't have a problem with Stephanie Brown. I like Stephanie. You know what I would like? Is I wish that people could find a common fucking ground and kind of fucking be cool with each other. Like, because I don't like, I like to be friends with everybody, but I know in your drama community, I'm new. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I know I've known Diane and Stephanie Brown for a while, and they're cool fucking cats, dude, right? And Laura's my fucking friend, dude, and she's been so good to me, and I'll always be Laura's friend.
Maybe she's using the little girl's room.
She could be. I'm gonna go use the little boy's room. Or maybe.
Are you here?
I'm right here.
Why aren't you saying anything?
I got nothing to say.
You have nothing to say, huh?
Cheryl, I was thinking the same thing.
What did Cheryl say?
Wax flirts like
What
crazy, and then he says he's only here for crime.
What did Cheryl say?
She said, "Wait, Wax flirts like crazy, and then he says he's only here for the crime."
Oh, Jesus
That's all right.
Christ, man.
It's all right,
Jesus,
Cheryl.
this is when people will take shit.
No, I took it pretty. I'm in the same category as Stephanie Brown and Diane. It's cool. I get it.
What do you mean by that? No, let's get into it. What the fuck do you mean by that?
Let's not get.
Well, what do you mean by that?
That's exactly what you said all night.
What did I say?
You just said it. I'm not getting into this now.
That what I'm bad because I like Stephanie Brown and
That's
Diane.
not what I said. That is not what I said.
Wags,
oh my God, dude, this is crazy, bro.
Wags, I would advise you to let it go.
Ah, fuck. Me being real just doesn't work out for the best of me.
Not about being real.
Huh?
It's not about being real.
Well, I think it is. What's your twist on it?
Nothing.
What is your twist on it? Why are you so quiet?
I'm good.
She's doing her thinking. Leave her alone.
What, Steve?
I said she's doing her thinking. Leave her alone.
Leave who alone?
Laura.
All right. I'll just jump off. I'm out. I guess I'm an asshole because I like people.
All right, I think we got the point. So you heard how much, he liked me, right? He liked Stephanie, right? I didn't hear him cursing out Laura to that person, whoever that is that was in here. I didn't hear. Hi, Jenny, Jen, whoever came in that I missed when I couldn't see the side chat. So now that's when Whiskey was not like he is right now, where he hurt his friends like Jenny Jen, who they've known each other for like 7 years, and he talked to her like crap and made her cry. So what happened? What happened to him? Hi, Hondo. So does everyone get my point here? That he's coming at me and disrespecting me when I was nothing but respectful to him.
Right.
He liked everyone until people started telling him to put his ass away. Yeah. So I'm just not, I mean, I'm at the point where I'm just not going to tolerate any man on this platform. Oh my God, I forgot. I was trying to make a point earlier with the rabbit dog. It's hard for me when my head is all over the place. But I'm not going to allow any man on here to talk to me. We went through that with Brian St. John. If everyone remembers the first time Brian came up on my panel, I told him to put a shirt on because I found it disrespectful. I feel like men shouldn't be just sitting in your, unless it's your man, sitting in your house with no shirt on. Like people, you don't just go to someone's door, right, with no shirt on, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So,
Hey, Netta. Agree.
It's just, listen, it has to do with the way I was raised, with the father that I had, with the men in my life, whether they are, were a lover or a husband or whatever, or even a friend. I mean, you can have men friends that you're not in a sexual relationship with. No man gets away with talking to me like that. I don't care who it is.
No.
I don't stand for vulgarity in my life. I just don't.
No, and I wasn't raised that way. I never once heard my papa call my nanny anything besides her name or sweetheart or anything like. But what I mean is, if you, hey Dory, if you go at a man, if I mean, like I said in chat, I don't genuinely, generally, I mean, go around attacking men. But if I'm on panel with a man, and I, like that night that I went up on Jen's, I kept calling him names. So I fully expected to be called names back. When I don't expect to be called names is out of the blue for no reason, like he's doing you, like he's doing me now.
Right.
Um,
Doing all of us.
yeah. Ginger, everybody. And if I'm on a panel with a man and I decide to cuss him out, then I fully expect to be cussed back. I don't expect him to treat me any different because I got boobies.
I don't
I
know.
don't.
I don't know.
We
I just feel like I have a. I don't know why I feel this way. Like I don't know why I feel like men shouldn't call women the c word.
Well, they
Um,
shouldn't. If they listen, it depends on how they're raised. I think that Jim is never same of Coco Loco. Jim has never called me a name.
well, I
He
believe
was
that. I
raised
believe that
with
because I kind of know Jim. You know what I mean? Like he's not going to do that.
no, but he was raised to respect all women. He respects women. That's just how he was raised. And I was raised that a man respects a woman and doesn't call her names. I'm not used to what Wogs does, but I still don't think that women should be able to get on here and talk crazy just because they're a woman and a man can't talk back to them. That's how I feel.
Okay,
But
but you're saying talk back to listen. If I'm having an argument with a man on here, it doesn't necessarily mean like did I get a little, whatever the last time I went live with the little penis song? Yeah, I thought it was cute, but again, did I not say to you that I chose that song because I thought that that was the kind of song that Whiskey would write because
yes,
it was really good. It was a good song. It was a well
yes,
done song, and I do think that Whiskey has talent. But I feel like he is caught in a trap. He is caught in that bad trap because back then, when he was dealing with Laura, did he get mad at her when he went into her chat and asked her straight out, "Did you dox my daughter?" And she outright lied to him. Did he get angry? Yeah, but no way should he have not been angry at her for him lying and knowing when he went in there because I showed him the docs. I still didn't hear him go at her and go at her. Did he write some parodies about her? I think he wrote one parody for her. That's it.
one
To
song,
my
yeah. Well, but the thing is everybody, Leardy, I completely agree with you. But since I have been around Wogs, I have seen him go off the hinge, and everybody always gave him a pass. Oh, that's just how he is. And I fully believe that if that night on Jen's panel that he had continued to get coddled, you know, then he'll chill for about a month. But ever since I've known Wogs, he's been drama.
yeah, well, I mean, we're all drama, but I think he's gotten worse. Is my point. Like, I half the time I don't know what he's talking about. Like with the Natasha thing, and I like I said, I don't really care if he was part of Natasha's community that he got a guitar. I don't care. You know why? I don't care if he got a guitar because I don't count people's coin. I don't care. But now he's kind of sabotaged himself into a hole where even those people don't want anything to do with him. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I don't count people's coin, but I do think it's wrong that he went over there long enough and kissed her ass, and then because he didn't get his way in the chat, now he's calling her names. It's
Well,
not
yeah,
about his coin. It's about he's doing to her the same exact thing that he's doing to us.
yeah. exactly. And but he's instead of taking the responsibility for it, he's blaming us for it. Like we caused him somehow to uh I don't know, is he blaming everybody here for him losing support from Natasha? I mean, I'm not
No,
even sure what he's blaming us for.
no, no. He just uses you. He says we don't have content, but he's using us for content because when he's playing his T-tar, only about 5 people show up. When he's making fun of us, dragging us, calling us names, he gets more people in chat. That's what that's about.
Well, you see, but he alienated everybody. There were people that really cared about him. Hi, Mary. There were people who really, really cared about him that used to love to go into his chat, even when he was playing music. I just, like, I don't know where he went off into the deep end, like, because I wasn't really paying too much attention. All I
I,
know is when I hear
I
him,
can
listen,
tell you when he went off. When he went, I know the very night that he went off the deep end. Am I cutting out or are you cutting out?
no,
Hey, Mary.
I'm sorry. I was okay. So Shauna said, "Well, you're confused, Diane, because the reason he doesn't like us changes every day, with the exception of us liking you." Yeah, look, it's
Yeah.
killing him that people like me and support me. Hey, Mandolin. Hey, Blaze. Here's the thing. Hi, German lady. Uh, SK, well, I think it's wrong. I donated to his guitar and super chatted him when he tells us to fuck off and still is calling us names. See, SK, I don't know why he would do that. Like, I don't know why he would do that.
He,
But he is
he
mad that
did it
people love me.
because, okay, so he did it because Starlight was in chat. He was attacking Starlight, and Natasha asked him to stop. Boom. All of a sudden, Natasha and her whole crew, anybody that supports Natasha, anybody that's on her channel, um, they're all scammers and losers and blah, blah, blah. Right. But 4 months ago, because Sally didn't like the song he wrote about Natasha, he attacked Sally.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. But she handled him. She handled him pretty well.
Sorry, Amanda.
I know
Right.
her
But
babies have strep throat. That's the
hey,
worst.
D Rod, good to
Hi,
see you.
D-Rod.
But that's the same that happened over on my channel. He was in chat. He had already been in your chat. I think
Yes.
the night before that happened. Then the next night he came in my chat. Well, he went at Red Roadrunner,
Oh, I missed that.
and, and she was on panel, and we told him, don't do that, don't attack. And then Warrior Grandma, right, Kit Kat, Warrior Grandma timed him out for going at women. Then he come out from his timeout. He said he started going at Warrior Grandma, and I said, "No, we don't do that." I said, "You never go after Warrior Grandma," and he went crazy. I mean, crazy. Went live on his channel, calling me everything in the book. Um, my chat sucked. I had no content. It is the same thing every time. No content having, say the same thing, blah, blah, blah. Just like he told me the other day, you have no content. Well, if I don't have content logs, don't watch me. Don't talk about me. Don't use me for your content. We're all
Same,
good.
same. Don't use any of us for your content
Right. Leave
because
us alone.
he picks. He just kind of goes with the wind, picks who he wants. And again, listen, uh, I do feel, and this is just my opinion, he acts like he does because he has a serious drinking problem. That's what I was just going to say. I do
Yeah.
feel that a lot of this definitely has to do with his drinking. I was, especially appalled at the way he spoke to Misfit Jenny. Um, I haven't spoken to her in a really long time, but just because I haven't spoken to her in a long time doesn't mean that I didn't feel for her. I thought it was horrible the way he treated her. I mean, I personally would have, in that situation, I would have said, "Fuck you, I'm out of here," and I would have never gone back. But I can't make decisions for people, and I don't. I wouldn't interfere in that. I just wouldn't. But I hated that he was doing that to her.
I know. Well, and I'll give her the same advice that I would give one of my children. It's, first of all, we teach people how to treat us. And second of all, what you allow will continue.
True, absolutely, that is true. He was
And
not.
I agree with a lot of this having to do with his drinking, but I think whenever you've got an asshole that's a a drinker that can't handle his alcohol, then that's what you got, an asshole that can't handle his alcohol, and that's Wogs. I
Uh,
know that, and I do have some pity
Hi,
for
Purple
him
Rain.
being an alcoholic. I do. Hey, Purple Rain, good to see you.
As a recovering alcoholic, I can say that a lot of it is 100% the drinking and misdirected anger. I have a heart. I considered him a friend. Oh, I know he did you really, Purple Rain. I know he did you really wrong,
Yeah,
and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. But
and
you are
that's the
right.
thing. He humiliates people. People that have stuck with him, like Purple Rain, like Misfit Jenny, like Vision Jen, like Vinny, like people like that. He humiliates them. So right, he always right, Wendy. He always thinks people are talking bad about him, talking about him. No one is.
No, I'm talking about him tonight, but I'm trying to make some points as to about the drinking, about the
Yeah.
vulgar language, about mistreating people that actually cared about him. Here's the thing: if he really, really cared so much about the people that he claims turned on him, why hasn't he ever tried to make amends? Why hasn't he ever tried? Because when you're friends with somebody, you're going to have times where you might disagree on shit. I mean, it's happened. It's happened to me. uh, if you don't sit down and talk to them, you might as well just, kiss all your friendships goodbye. You're not willing to sit down and talk. Even if you get to the point where you're really angry and maybe start yelling or whatever. That means that you have a friendship. If you can't sit down with the people that you hurt and talk to them, or give them the opportunity and say, please reach out to me if you feel like, if I hurt you, let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, then you're lost. You'll never have a real friend that's going to stay with you for years. And here's the thing about us over here, and there are some newer people, but I can tell you this: the people that are from the drama community, like Randy, Tracy, Wendy, Michelle Porter, Kim Beerley. There's so many people. It's funny, but we've all still been friends for like what, 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We've known each other for a long time. We've met newer people. We've met new people that have come along the way, like from, I guess, from what, 2018 or whatever, when we all kind of came together and we formed new friendships, and that's a good thing. But my point is that if you have friends for 5 years or more, and in his case 7 years, when you talk about Vinny, Hondo, and Jenny, and you are willing to allow that friendship to just dissolve and go away over some YouTube shit, then that's sad.
Well, what clearly was a one-sided friendship, in my opinion.
Well,
Hey, Chad.
yeah.
It, but here, and I watched Wogs. When? Well, it may have been yesterday. It it was either yesterday or the day before. I don't remember. But clock this. Wogs is a laws cow now. I
Well, yeah,
sat.
he is.
Yep. I sat and I watched him. Um, tell he was drunk and he was saying double. I think that. I mean, that's just my opinion. because he was yelling at his mods to block themselves.
Oh boy,
And the
that's
mods
bad.
were, yeah, the mods were coming on panel saying, "No, that's not a duplicate. You're." I don't, I kept looking. He would say, so I'm just going to use Kimberly as a an example. Kimberly, block Kimberly, block. I told you to block Kimberly. Kimberly has, and then I'm sitting there looking for another Kimberly, like for a clone.
Wow.
And let me say on here now, what is Viv? Viv, that was absolutely someone has cloned me. I've never been in your chat. I'll never be in your chat. You're weird. That's all.
Yeah,
That's all.
I've never been in her chat. I'll never be in her chat, and she's just mad, Randy, because my payroll thing. She didn't get. I forgot to send her the check for her rent, so
Oh
she's a little mad. She's a little mad.
well, so she can get a cookie, and get over
Yeah,
it. But I was sent a screenshot of me in her chat saying, why are you talking about these people? Blah blah blah. That wasn't me. I will never be in your chat unless I'm in there telling you how stupid you are. I'm not going to go in there nice and say, why are you talking about these people?
yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Randy would never. It's cloned accounts. I would never be in there. Absolutely,
No.
100%. Never, never bother. I mean, why would I waste my time on someone like that? And I do think that she is. I think she is a problem. Uh,
She wants to be a problem, but you know what? She's Jenny and Woggs' problem. She ain't mine.
I have a bone to pick. I have not gotten anything. I'm sorry, Mandolin. I know listen, it's so hectic. I have so many people on my payroll. I've got to send out cars. Listen, Ash is very, you know, she really gets on me. I mean, she wants an upgrade on her car. And there's not enough hours in the day. I'm sorry.
Right, Tracy. Right, Wendy, she better thank God I'm not a witch. I'd be voodooing the hell out of her. But um
Well, we know somebody around that does that shit.
I've okay. I'm swallowing the bad joke and it's
No
not coming back.
problem, Mandolin. Your babies are more important. Same with Stephanie. Don't worry about it. Strep throat is horrible.
No one I can just almost guarantee you that no one's calling her mom. Um
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, something about my mother is deaf and blind, and you're calling her, and I don't know. Whatever she said just didn't make sense. It's whatever. I don't know, but why would anybody do that? Why would anybody? Because she was insinuating that it came from over here. Is that what her point was to that?
yeah.
Yeah, no, no. Oh,
All right,
and
Viv.
Viv, take a link, weirdo.
I would
Um,
love for her to take a link. I would
I would
love for
love
her to
her
take
to take one too. I would like Walks to take one because after tonight, I won't be talking about him anymore. I just
I will
want
say
him to know that the respect that I gave to him, right? That I would have hoped that he would have given me the same kind of respect back.
he don't have that in him. I just don't think that he has do right in him. The way I know that the way that I saw him do Natasha, I thought it was so weird when he was on his channel screaming, "Natasha is my queen." And I was like, "Well, okay, he's obviously forgiven Natasha for what happened." So the when I saw the way he done her, the all you all got to do is just sit back and watch people. And I don't say anything. I'll just watch how others treat others. That told me, I knew how he had done us, but his character, he has a bad character. And I mean, I do think some of it's the drinking, but I do think he has a bad character. And I agree. I think what we need to do is take hands like the community we are and ice him completely out. And what I mean by that, when I say that Viv is now Jenny and Misfit Jenny. Let me be clear what I'm saying.
Right, right.
Viv is now Misfit Jenny and Wogs's problem, not our problem. You talk about us all you want, Viv, you freaking weirdo. You are such a fucking weirdo. God, you're weird.
I
But
heard
you
that
know,
Rod even brought up truthfully Trisha that that we bothered her again. Just more trash talk being brought up. We did not really do anything to Trisha. Trisha did everything to herself. So I don't know why he's bringing that. He brought the pizza up. Good for you. Yeah, I sent a pizza because she asked. It was not laced. He used that word, laced with black pepper. I mean, are you really just turning into a complete fool weirdo? I
right.
mean,
Well, let's be honest about it. Those two, I swear, I did. It's funny that you say that because I just watched a video of those guys going over the Dr. Phil episode, and they're like, if you're allergic to black pepper, why would you eat food a stranger sent?
well, yeah, but there's a whole story. There's a whole
Yeah, but
part of the
we
story.
know that she wasn't. We know she wasn't allergic to black
Yeah,
pepper.
and there was no. There was a whole phone call recorded that she recorded herself when she called up the pizza place, and it happened to be Crystal who answered the
Yep.
phone,
Where there was
and
no
she said,
pepper on the pizza.
"Is there black pepper in the sauce?" And she said, "Well, listen, every food has black pepper in it. Everything that you
But
eat,
no
pretty much,
extra.
fast food has black pepper in it." And she said, in a giant vat of sauce that we make, right, in preparation for everything that we're going to put it on, there's some black pepper in it, but nobody ordered pizza with extra black pepper. I mean, come on. I didn't even friggin' know. She claimed I announced on the internet that I'm allergic to black pepper. When? Prove it. Prove it.
It's a lie.
So ridiculous. Black pepper is in everything. It's in all kinds of cooking. It's in French cooking. It's in Italian cooking. I mean, it's in fast food.
It's in
Everything.
every bit of the fast food you eat. So she would never be able to eat out if she was allergic. Anaphylaxis is what she said she wanted to.
Exactly. And Dr. Phil pretty much called her out and
Yeah.
proved to her that, and proved to, the world basically that she was lying.
Right. She faked the allergy. Everybody knows that, but that's why he's a lost cow. And he should be treated as such. That's just my opinion. I was so disheartened when I saw what was going on over there yesterday that I don't know. Or it may, like I said, it may have been the day before yesterday, but just disheartened with it, and we're sick of it. I'm just sick of him mattering to anyone. Is that even a word?
No,
Mattering.
yeah, I think it is. I don't know.
I don't think that's a word. What was going on yesterday? Was it yesterday? Miss Jenny was back on panel with him, Wendy, and they're up there like nothing happened. Viv is in the chat, um, just kind of acting like us white knighting for Misfit Jenny never happened. Just kind of acting like he's up there calling us all kinds of names, and Jenny's up there with him. Oh, well, and I reached out to her too.
Yeah, we're Mandolin. After tonight, this is it. I just got to the point where I just wanted to say I am not going to allow a man to every day
It
call
wasn't.
me a fucking
No.
bitch. It's not going to happen.
Well, how are you
And
going to stop him, Diane? You going
no,
to
no,
point
no,
your finger?
no. I'm saying that this is it. I'm going to talk about why I think Wags is all screwed up in his head, how he went from, having the utmost respect for me to using me now as a reason for his behavior, and that he cares about anything in this world. Never mind children. Stop with that shit because it's getting old. It's really getting old in this whole
It's been
community.
old. Yeah, it's been old. Well, Kimberly, I agree. I think Viv's a part of his problem too. but there's obviously something going on there. And when do we hold the grown man responsible for the grown man's um actions? We blame Viv, we blame Jenny, we blame alcohol, but he's the one doing it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you look, regardless of who you are in someone's life who has a drinking problem, you have absolutely no control over what they're doing. You can't stop them. You can try to help them if they'll accept the help. But if they are not ready to hang it up and say, I don't want to kill myself, um, I don't want to end up, with cirrhosis of the liver and have all my organs shut down and die a miserable death, then that's on them.
I want to live a life. I want to live a life.
Yeah. I mean, and listen, uh, toxic people are just not drinkers. I mean, there are a lot of people that are toxic in your life, and sometimes you just have to cut them loose. It as much as it killed me, uh, to not take phone calls from my sister in the middle of the night, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I knew that she was drinking, and I knew that I couldn't handle it. So rather than try to handle it, I just didn't answer the calls. Of course, I ended up feeling guilty for that, but it was the only way for me to survive, because I couldn't be around anyone, not just my sister, anyone who was drinking. It just didn't work well with me, and I loved my sister so much,
I know.
and I wanted her to be okay. But it is what it is. You have to let people go sometimes, uh, because it's going to mess you up.
Yeah,
Well, thank you, Randy.
you're number one.
Thank you. You're number
Well,
one too.
12 years of not drinking, the damage was done. I know. Yeah, they can't. I agree with what you said, Wendy. Yeah, right, Mandolin. I agree. I agree with what you're saying there. Hey, I don't want to see him go. I don't want to see anybody live the life he's living. If you can't
No.
have a few beers and stop at that and not act up, then then just
Well, that's the point. You alcoholics can't. If I told you how many beers my sister put away in a day, you would. My sister was a tiny thing. Okay. When I found out how many beers my sister was putting away in a day, I was blown away. I was blown away. I was like, no, that can't be true. And then, of course, it
that's so
moved on to
shocking.
vodka. Once it moved on to vodka, that was it. So, um,
Alan. So
you know,
shocking.
I still try.
Right.
I don't know, and I don't know, what's going on in his real personal life with his kids and all that, and that's really none of my business. But it's not a good example. It's really not a good example if you have children, if you're being the way you are to women. It's not a good look. That's why, like I said, I came from a father that everything was about the utmost respect to my mother, to me, to my sister, to any woman, his sisters, his sister-in-laws. Um, the word bitch never came out of my father's mouth. So that was the example. That was the kind of man, because I think we do tend to, when we're looking for a mate, I do think that we tend to look for, uh, you know, things about our fathers. Of course, listen, not everybody, and I understand not everybody might have had the best father in the world, but if you have a good father and a good example in your life, I think that you look for, in your mate, some kind of characteristics that your father, uh, you know what I mean?
Yep.
and that's what I did, and that's why I have zero tolerance for a man using that kind of language, and it's never. I had one ex-boyfriend a long time ago who, when he drank, he got a little crazy, and he said things to me that weren't acceptable, and that was it. No, no, bye.
Well, yeah, that's my first marriage was very short because of that. I couldn't understand it. Like, what? I wasn't raised like that, and my papa was a drinker. Now he thought he hid it. He thought we didn't know that he was drinking, but he still was never verbally abusive to my nanny. And then,
Good
my
night,
first
Shauna.
husband
Be
let me.
careful.
You better be in touch.
Yeah,
So,
stay in.
and I kind of Kit Kat, I'm with you. I kind of looked for the opposite. I didn't want the same, but yeah, I, I just can't. I, I don't let people treat me like that. I leave, just go, and that's why when I got up there, I was so mad at Woggs that night because he, I've said this before. He was lying. He was saying, "Well, all them super chats you gave me, and oh, this, that, this." I gave him one PayPal, and he didn't even say thank you for that. And but I have called him talented, but every bit of talent he has gets erased with his actions, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, same, same. I believe our father figures teach us what to accept in a man. Yeah, it is super important in a girl's life. Yes, to
Hmm.
have that male role model, which is your father, to set an example and teach you.
Yep.
And it's not even like on purpose, but just by living with under your parents' roof, that's where you start getting the kind of character that you want in when you become an adult and you're looking for a mate yourself. You want to, and sometimes even, you want to like say, oh, I want to marry just like my parents or my grandparents or whatever, because it's, good. Or if it's not good, you say that's the last thing that I want is, what my parents had. Um, I don't know. I mean, maybe I was living in a fairy tale world or something. Um, Alan, is Diane, is this wrong? What wrong, Alan? Yeah, you do have to raise your children by leading a good example. And I don't know. I mean, I just feel bad. Again, I don't want to even talk about his daughter. I don't know. He might have more kids. I have no idea. I only knew about that one that I tried to protect him from. Protect his daughter. And this is what I get in return. I had to quit drinking or my life would have been ruined. I will not lose my family or let my parents lose their last surviving child. I hit rock bottom hard and I'm so glad. Well, you know what? Sometimes hitting rock bottom is the way you get saved. And in your case, that's what happened.
Hmm.
I mean, some people hit rock bottom and don't do anything. They just hit rock bottom and that's it. Um,
Or sometimes, but and sometimes rock bottom is death, and that's not
yeah.
what we want to see.
Hi, Crystal.
And hey, Crystal, I've said that so many times on here, um, and I don't know, I'm just tired of, like Amanda said, in my sister, I have to stay away from her, and it kills me.
I
Even though
know.
I think she's, yeah, it kills me. But
Hard.
um,
It's hard, but you have to do it for your own mental health. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
and I think she's doing good. So then you're afraid to. I should pull her back around people that she used with. But what I'm saying is, if I'm not gonna allow it in my real life, I'm not gonna allow it on YouTube. I don't have to be around it.
Well, yeah, exactly. See, on YouTube, when you're being abused, right? If you're being
Hmm.
abused on YouTube, you can shut it off. In your real life, it's a little bit more difficult to, if you're being abused, to get rid of that abuser, right? On YouTube, you still can just click off and, just forget about that person. Um, but in real life, it's a little bit more difficult. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
so sorry, Purple Rain. Uh, but I'm glad that you're still here.
yeah, me
Uh,
too. Thank God.
and hopefully, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. Your kidneys are almost completely done. Well, that's what happens. That's what happened with my sister. She got to the point where everything just shut down, and there was no way to say, well, listen, if you stay sober for a year, we can give you a liver transplant, because that does happen, right? Um, Larry Hagman was a person who had a liver transplant, right? He was fortunate enough to do that. My sister wasn't in that position for them to say, listen, if you go home for a year and a half or whatever the time
Okay.
span is, then you can, have a whole brand new liver.
Hey, Carlos.
Hi, Carlos. Uh, so it's dangerous. It's a very dangerous disease. I think
Mhm.
alcoholism is one of the hardest to, detox from. Uh,
Mhm.
it's really hard, and it's very dangerous. You can't detox on your own. You'll die. You just can't stop drinking. Like, you just
And
can't.
the scary, right? And I think the scary thing with alcoholism is it's cheap. It's
Yeah,
very
and it's
accessible.
legal. It's legal.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, my organs were shutting down. They saved me, but couldn't save my kidneys. It took 12 years, but now in end stage. Purple Rain, we'll definitely keep you in prayer. Um,
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry, that addiction got you.
I'll be right back. I'll get my medicine.
Okay, you need to be inpatient treatment, absolutely. And thank you, next. We're really proud of you for because there were some times that thank you next right here in this community got attacked by people for being on panels intoxicated, and so we're really proud of you that you were able to um, get the help that you need, and to move on in a positive direction, because you're so young. You have a whole life ahead of you. I agree, Mary, but you know what? He's not my friend, and I can't talk to him, and I can't tell him. No. Thank you. Next, it's not your fault. That's the thing. In the position that you were in, you didn't know. You know what I mean? So, um, because you had really good friends here, right? You had really good friends here to that you could talk to, um, that helped you. You're in a much better place now, much better place. He would not listen anyway. I know he wouldn't listen, and that's why, you know what, I would invite him to come up on my panel, and I would like him to really tell me that he believes the things that he says about me, because I'm telling you, I don't think that he does. I think he just uses it,
Hmm.
and if he wants to use it to get through his day, then that's fine. Do it. Do it.
I agree with that.
Hey, pickle, pickle, pickle,
Pickle,
pickle.
pickle.
The emojis are up. Pickle, pickle made my emojis for me.
I love her.
She's very good at what she does. I mean, everybody knows she did all my banners. She did my new banner, my new, avatar. She did all of my beautiful, helped me with all my beautiful designs in my merch store, which again is not channel related. It's just really cute sayings and designs, and uh, yeah, maybe I'll do a giveaway of, something out of there because some of them are really beautiful. I mean, well, I think they're all beautiful, but my favorites are the elephants. You know, the mother and mother and daughter elephant uh,
Yeah.
pictures. So maybe I'll do a giveaway of that. I told my family to put me somewhere. I just couldn't do it anymore and never look back. Oh wow, I didn't know that, Monique. I
Good
did not
job,
know that.
Monique.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people here who have, listen, this community has talked about,
Oh,
recovery for, drug addicts. Hey,
Hoover.
Hooker. Hooker, how many times have you changed your name now?
Boss, she was fabulous Hooker, wasn't it? Now she's
I
just
don't,
Hooker.
no, she had a different name. She had a different name because when I called out her name, I said, I like calling you this. Like, I like saying this. I don't remember. It was something else.
Dirty Hooker. Yeah, dirty Hooker.
Was it that? Well, she said three times. She changed it
I'm
three
pretty
times.
sure it was infamous and dirty.
Okay,
Okay.
infamous. All right, yeah. I think because I said I think I liked saying dirty hooker. Yeah, there's lots of people that we know. People talk about recovery in this community of addicts to opioids and things like that. But I don't think that we ever really talk about people who have an alcohol addiction, and because alcohol is also very dangerous, just different, right?
Right.
Just different. I don't think that we've ever really talked about that. Does anyone else dislike neighborhood FB? What is that? Neighborhood Facebook? I don't know what that is. Yeah, you dirty hooker. That's it.
Then just Hooker.
Yeah, I think alcohol is probably, I think there's probably, I don't know. I would venture to say that alcoholics can fit in easier in social situations and because there's always alcohol served right everywhere you go, whether you go to a wedding, whether you go out to dinner, so you might not know the person really well, and you order drinks and you don't know that the person's an alcoholic. It's not like, you know what I mean, it's like a whole different thing. Opiates usually kill you faster, so yeah. Well, that's why the thing with alcohol, it's a long, long, long uh drawn out death. And unfortunately for women, because women's anatomy is much different than men, they won't survive as long as a man will. It will, you will succumb to it because just of the fact that you're a woman. I watched a whole documentary after my sister died. I'm telling you, if I had known what I knew, if I had seen that documentary years ago, I don't know, maybe I would have did something extremely, drastic. I don't know. But that really scared me when I saw that documentary. My childhood best friend, mother just died from drinking less than a week ago. The same friend is 33 and was near death a month ago from drinking. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But listen, I don't hate Roggs. I don't hate him. I hate his behavior. I hate the things he says. I hate that he hurts people that I don't even know if he realizes he's hurting them. But the one he's really hurting the most is himself, and I don't know if he knows that. I don't know if he knows that. But that's really all I wanted to say. Originally I was going to come on here and go at him, and then I said, you know what? Let's really just talk about it. Oh, and let me get back to Rabbit Dog for a minute. Rabbit Dog, quite a couple of years ago, I don't know if everybody remembers, we had a panel, and it's no longer on my channel because due to respecting both him and the other person, they asked me to take it down, and it was taken down. But it was a very heated. very, oh my God, very personal uh, discussion about their relationship, their online relationship. And I'm not going to go into details, but she said a lot of things to him that could have made him go off on her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not once did Rabbit Dog ever use the B word, the C word, as angry as he was, okay, because he was angry. He didn't do that. Now, that to me is what or how a man should act. Even in the worst moments where and it was being done in front of everybody, right?
Yep.
I think he really uh, did great. Now, if that was Wags,
Hey, Fisher Fade. After.
yes, with
Right.
Emily, yes, with Emily. If that was Wags, forget it. Bye, Alan. So I do really respect him because I've never heard him on any panel, even if he was heated or whatever, ever go at a woman and use, filthy language.
I think there's nothing more attractive in a man than him being slow to anger.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with you. Social Fade, how you been doing?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I want to get off of whiskey. Again, I'm never going to mention him again on my channel. Um, he can, like I said, he can say and do whatever he wants, but I think it's disgraceful for all of the people that you've gone after, all the people who cared about you, especially Jenny, Jen, Hondo, Vinny. These people were your friends for a very long time. And then the women in this community who backed you, who went into your chats, who enjoyed your music, that you're crying over now and making all kinds of excuses for your bad behavior. That's your loss. You lost good people and you sacrificed them so that you can sit on your panel with your beer in hand and just repeat yourself over and over and over again. We already have one nut that does that 24/7, 365 days a year for 3 years. You want to be in that club? Go ahead. Enjoy yourself, knock yourself out. We're all done here. I'm pretty sure we're all done here. I know I am, and I know Amanda is, and I know Stephanie is. I know Randy is. I think everybody pretty much is done.
Mm-hmm.
So enjoy yourself, whiskey. It's not a good name to have, by the way, in your situation, but whatever. Um, Try to do better. That's all I'm going to say. Try to do better. So, what I wanted to bring up, because I happen to, I went to bed early, right?
Uh
And
huh.
then I couldn't sleep. I fell asleep for a couple hours. I couldn't sleep. I woke up and German lady was live. And a lot of people were awake, like 100 people at least were awake. So I wanted to bring up, because listen, from the very, very beginning, I said, I am not going to talk about Michelle, right? I'm not going to talk about Michelle Sabote. I'm just not going to get involved in all that. Um,
Are
even
you
though
gonna do the Are you gonna do the open panel and let people up?
yeah, does anybody want to come up? I'm sorry. Forgot about that. Let me drop. Yeah, I'm going to drop the link. I'm sorry. For fuck's sake. What's wrong with me? Let me close this out. Yeah, if anybody wants to come up and say anything, any final words on whiskey before we close out this, uh, you know, this whole kit and caboodle shit with him, on how you feel, betrayed, because I think it's kind of like a betrayal to friendships of people who
Yeah,
supported
I
you
think
and
I thought that part was important. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot that that was like my main focus and I okay, I don't know who this
Present
is.
yourself.
I'm going to. Hold on a second. Okay.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm your biggest fan. I've been
That's a
watching
kid.
YouTube. I've been watching your YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
I
So
think
you're
that's
new here.
Yeah,
it's a
my name
child.
is my
Oh, it
name's
is?
Josh. Josh
Josh.
Roman Michael. That's my
Okay,
name.
Josh. Okay, listen, Josh. How old are you?
18.
No.
I don't know. Josh, you sound really young. It says Josh
I'm
18.
not young. I'm old enough.
Oh, I
I'm
don't know.
only 6 feet.
Okay, turn your camera on, Josh. Nobody can see you but us.
Yeah, nobody can see you. Okay. I don't know, Josh.
That's no 18-year-old.
Yeah. All right.
We're
I
I'm
am
gonna
sorry.
boost
18.
All
you.
right. All right. Listen, listen. This is not. I'm not trying to be mean, but we just can't.
Find you ugly.
Pfft.
I knew he was gonna say something like he
Whatever.
hasn't, he hasn't even went through puberty yet.
Yeah. It was.
That's what D-Roy. Yeah, his voice hasn't changed. I'm like, oh, here we go. You're ugly.
Well, I'm not even going to say what I. Never mind. Because
Don't say it. Don't.
I'm not. I'm
He's
not. I'm
only
not.
about 11.
Oh my God. Of course. Okay.
Me
Does
too.
anybody else want the link?
I know exactly. See, nobody saw him but us. So I know what she was going to say. No,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
ain't.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oy.
That was so cute. He's poking his little lips out like
Was he
son
wearing a
does.
hoodie robe? Was that what he was wearing?
Yeah, I like that. I was gonna ask him where he got it, but he called me ugly and hurt my feelings. So I think he got it at Baby Gap or something.
Oh my God. Oh my
You're
God.
ugly. The
You're
refrigerator.
ugly.
Better go catch it. Yeah, you're ugly.
Oh my God. Oh, stop, Josh. Listen, come back in 3 years at least. We have to protect ourselves here.
Yeah, you don't
It's
even need to. You go to bed, young man. You have school
about-
tomorrow.
Yeah, you have to age check on here all the time. Oh, look who it is.
Mac,
Good
where you
evening.
been?
Hi, Mac.
I was listening to you ladies talk, and you really spoke to me. A family member was an alcoholic who I loved dearly, and it was in those days, way back when we were going through school, and I protected that person. Um, I didn't condone it, but I was a little kid, like from, you know what I mean, from when I was really, really young. My mom. I loved her. You hit it. It was never discussed. There was nowhere to go. God, everything you girls said tonight was so on point. Oh, it, it's been an excellent show. I think one will probably have to wear out watching so many times. But, and I remember a couple years ago, Whiskey, I considered himself a friend. And he had come back from the doctor and said he was in liver failure, kidney failure, kidney and liver, and he had to stop drinking. And he did really well for a while, and but he kept sober, and I was so very proud. This is after Laura, and he got the girlfriend. They take water out to the homeless and talk to them, and
Wait a minute.
those
Wait
were
a minute, Mac. Let me stop you for a minute. Wags had uh, kidney failure or liver?
He was his kidneys and liver were in bad shape, and he
Oh,
was
I
told,
didn't know that. I
"Oh
didn't know
yeah,
that.
no, yeah." He was told back then. This was after like the Laura you showed the clip. That was after then. He wasn't feeling good, and he had his girlfriend living in with him,
Yeah,
or
I
she
remember
married.
the girlfriend. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that, but I didn't know
But
that he had,
it's
been to the
almost
hospital.
like it was almost like and I apologize. Have I butted into a conversation, stopped something that
No, no,
was
no, no,
No, no, no, no, you haven't.
okay?
no,
But
not at all.
I found it like I mean he was a changed man. He was on a positive road, and I enjoyed watching him when he was out doing something kind for other people. I was 100% behind him, 100%, 150%. And then all of a sudden, like I mean, I couldn't support every extra penny I could pull aside to be able to, donate. I did because to me, like going out in the heat in California and doing that for people who really desperately, sometimes he'd bring them food or sandwiches. He and his girlfriend would
Yes.
make this. Pardon me?
Oh, I said yes. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, they'd make food, whatever. That really was amazing. And I thought, you know what? We need more of that in the world. And I still held out hope. Maybe I'm a fool. I still hold out hope that that guy that we all knew and we really respected is there. But the alcohol right now has dropped a big tent over him and tied it around his ankles and around the top of his head. But because we all know, we've seen enough people, even on this platform and in our real lives, when the substance is removed, they're able to slowly drift back towards the person that they were, or a part of that person, and they do hold out hope. But that's not the guy. I'll tell you, he turned so quickly before I think he and the girlfriend started having problems. I used to, like I said, I was a member of about like 70 channels at that time. And I would, try and help everybody in every way I could, anything, anyway. But then he started blocking me from the channel and blocking me from him. And I'm thinking,
He blocked everyone. Mac,
like,
you
I
blocked
wondered
him.
if he had hemorrhoids or something. Like,
Whoosh.
obviously, he had to have an issue, right?
Yeah,
Because
well,
what else could it be? Like, and he blocked every one of us. He had these people and I didn't recognize. They were employed. I never saw the names around. And he gave them wrenches, took everybody, all the wrenches away. And then he got mad at everybody who stopped supporting him. Well, I'm sorry, but kick me in the teeth once. I'm fine. I can get up and dust myself off. Kicked me about 5 times. And seriously, dude, I removed every bit of support and I've never looked back. He's got me blocked now. And I'm thinking,
yeah, and,
it
and
must,
doesn't that say something? Why? I mean, like, why would anybody
yeah.
block Mac 11? Like, you know what I
Well,
mean? It
Right.
goes to
I
show you.
have I have problems. I'm not exactly,
No, but
the,
I've never seen you do anything on here that was
I'm an
vicious,
evil. No, I
malicious.
try not to,
No, I've
but
never seen you do anything like that.
we all have our moments, and I certainly do too, and that's fine. I mean, I don't mean to, but I do. We all do. But it's just, oh my God. When I was listening to you, I was thinking, God, I wish Diane sometime. You've had your experience, right, with alcoholism. I really wish people would sit down and collaborate and write a book because remember Tracy with that very power. I wish she'd do more of these. That powerful life she did about being the mother of an addict.
Yeah,
That spoke to me. And Randy, I've listened to you, talk about your past with your ex husband and, how it affected you. And I
Mhm.
mean,
maybe we should do that. I mean,
because,
there's so many people have told so many stories here.
yeah, yeah,
Although it's hard, it's hard for people, unfortunately, to
Mhm.
do it on here because it gets thrown back in their face by people who are, not
but
nice.
on the other hand, I think it takes a lot of bravery to stand up and say things. And who's the stronger person? Is it you or is it them for making a joke out of something? I think that you're the braver person for speaking about it. And I'm glad you do speak about your sister because I'm sure you find it helpful to talk about her to keep her memory alive.
Yeah, and unfortunately though, when I see people, I was always the person who didn't, when I would see somebody, just viciously say, "Oh, that drunk is up on her panel. She's
Oh,
drunk," on her panel. I'd be like, "Don't call people drunks," but and it affected me because
yeah.
obviously because of my sister, I felt bad because when you're in that state of mind, when you are drunk, you don't really know what you're doing most of the time. You don't.
No, no. Like don't get me wrong. I love both of my parents immensely and my mom from just like little. I tried to help her and fix her. I really couldn't, but what I could do is sit down and be a pair of ears for her. And that's what I
Yeah.
did. And it saddened me. I mean, she died a lot younger than she should have. But she was so sweet, you know. And when she got sick with type 1 diabetes, I had mom back for a while. And it was glorious. I mean, the poor thing couldn't make fudge and eat it, and she was so good at, making things like that. But it was just so nice. But really, there's just so many stories, and I'm glad that people are talking about it. I often now, and even still, think about Sarah. And I remember the Sarah whose panel you could hop up on and have a little talk about her dogs and just anything that was happy and light. And then everything started going down the dark side of the hill. And
Yeah,
that's when
it's
I
hard.
got worried.
Yeah,
I,
but it's hard. It's hard to
yeah,
watch anybody. It's hard to watch anybody going through,
yeah,
active addiction.
yeah.
Online,
I mean,
or
I,
in real life. I mean, it's really hard, and you
I
don't really
mean,
know what to do. I mean, if you're not real close with
yeah.
somebody,
Uh,
and
wh-
Sarah was way too young. My sister was way too young.
How
And
old was your sister when she passed away, Diane?
she was 45.
Oh my God. My brother was 51. Now, he was a type 1 diabetic, never controlled, but still, that's way too young.
It
Way
is
too
way too
young.
young, but the lifespan for a woman, and not this is not to say that it happens with every single woman, but if you're susceptible and your anatomy is going to give in to alcohol,
Oh,
it's
it's
going.
harder.
They don't have a lifespan of you're not going to live past your 50s if you're an
No.
alcoholic and you don't
And
get help.
to this day, I've never been able to figure out why my mother was. But I'll tell you, over the years, the madness at her for doing that or whatever, because I pushed people away. I didn't want them to know about my mom. I wasn't ashamed. I just didn't want them making comments about her. I
Well,
loved her too much.
that's got to be hard. That's got to
Yeah.
be really, really
But
hard.
I stopped now I think, my God, what was so painful in her life? I know she loved her kids and her husband and dad's extended family to the end of the earth. I don't know. I guess there was something, addicts have reasons. I think her self esteem was low. I think that's an issue in many cases. Is it?
Well, I don't listen. There was no. My father didn't drink. My mother didn't drink.
Hmm.
My grandparents didn't drink. My one grandfather would drink wine.
Yeah.
Um, so was he an alcoholic? I don't really know. But there was no drinking in my house. I never
No.
drank.
So
Um,
was it like friends influencing or
Well, she started drinking as a teenager. Listen, the
yeah,
reason I didn't drink was because my teenage friends all got drunk, right? We'd go to a party,
yeah,
everybody would get drunk, and everybody,
grow up.
we'd be puking all over the place. And I was like, oh no. And then when I got my car, we'd go out, and I'm the only one who had a car. And I'm
Yep.
like, don't you dare puke in my car because I would have like freaked out. Um,
I drank once and it mom was drinking heavy when she was carrying me. And I don't really know. They know nothing about fetal alcohol syndrome, but when I was at university, well, what are you going to do? Try a beer. I drank a quart of it and threw my guts up everywhere. So I know, yeah, it's like
Yeah,
kind of
well,
like, this
that's
is not
my
fun.
father. My father told me a story that he got drunk once as he was 18 years old and he got really sick, and that was
Uh,
it. He
yeah,
never he
no.
never drank after that. But my sister started at 15. I think that
Uh,
most teenagers experiment with alcohol,
yeah.
and and getting drunk. So my sister would sneak it, and she even told me sometimes in the morning she would get sick, and she
Oh.
would turn the radio on
Was
to
she
the point.
forthcoming about it? Like, did she? No, she was hiding it, wasn't she?
Well,
Or what?
no, my sister didn't start out like an alcoholic. She started
No,
out
she was
like everybody else.
social. Yeah,
Was a social drinker. She had a beautiful life, a beautiful job, a beautiful home, a beautiful relationship, and
yeah,
then her social drinking turned into what it turned
yeah,
into. I mean, she
yeah.
didn't start out that way. It just it creeped up on
But,
her, and it took over her life.
but you
And
know, addiction's not for some people. I'm addicted to cigarettes. I am addicted to chocolate. So we all have addictions and weaknesses.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, don't we?
Oh, I think we all have a little.
And I mean, maybe for some it's coffee. Maybe for others it's I don't know, a favorite food that they that they drive 90 miles to go get and then pig out on it. Well,
I'm
we
addicted
all
to Starbucks Frappuccino.
there you go. There you go.
That's my addiction, but I don't know. I just feel like I said, I'm not going to be talking about Wogs anymore. I hope
No.
I do hope that he finds or seeks out the help that he needs. I hope he can stop, and I just hope that I hope that he just leaves people alone here that have been good to him, good people who don't deserve his wrath. And this is will be the last time that
I
I
really
even
hope he can
bring him
find
up.
a road back, but
Well, I don't know that. Listen, a road back to us, or a road back
well,
to.
a road back to health, better health, and
Well,
to
yeah,
be able to get inside himself and realize, God, I've got to do something about this before it's too late. He's
right.
like on a destructive path. It's like a train that's getting ready to, drive, push go right off a bridge, and they see it coming, and they can put the brakes on, and they're not doing it. You
Yeah,
know, so,
I get it.
when you ladies were talking about men and women interacting, I agree with you both, Randy. You're right. Women can be as crappy to men as men can be to women, and I think it's a dual respect. But I've never had a man say that to me, and I would never tolerate it either. That some crappy
Right.
stuff. I just wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't say anything, but I would never be in around their vicinity again because I know I'm not that, and they don't know me. That's the
Yeah,
thing I don't get about YouTube. I just don't get it.
yeah, I don't get it either. But you remember, on the internet, people will say things that they would never say in real life.
Yeah, like go call your
Yeah.
neighbor a B or a C or
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
how
They're
big
just
was your
not going to
nose?
do it. There's more. It's just easier to do it on the internet. So, and that's why I was gonna, mention when you first came up, I was about to mention German Lady's live stream last night. So, I swore I was never going to talk about Michelle Sabater, but damn, uh, I heard her say some things that were appalling. And I guess this goes to addiction because her son is an addict. But what I heard her say, not only about her son, but what she said to listen, do I think, look, the whole thing with her is, and here's my feeling on what happened with her. I do believe she wanted to be part of Molly's, community. She wanted to get involved in
Oh God, there's a goal to reach, isn't it?
well, she wanted to be part of the Dre thing, right? She wanted
Oh
to be a part of that. She had expertise in, ropes. I didn't know that that was an expertise, but apparently there is.
well, you
Uh,
know.
Me too,
so
Daisy. Hey, I'm
she,
gonna hop down. I ate some meatballs for supper, and they have hurt my stomach so bad. Thank you for letting me up.
Oh,
oh, I'm sorry.
Randy, I hope
Ugh.
I'm not the reason you're going. Did I turn your stomach?
No, Mac
Oh
11,
God.
I love you. I miss you too. I love you and I miss you.
Oh, but good news, eye surgery before December. And it's just the pressures in my eyes, but they're trying to get a better
Oh,
solution. I got it
good. I
before.
know you were having a
This is,
problem.
oh, it's driving me nuts. If, like, when in some rooms, I have a wrench, so I can go and back up the chat and enlarge it to about 190 font, and I can read it. And when I put the eye drops in, I'm good to go and can see the keyboard for a little while. I can't read the chat, but I can see orange, like so I know somebody's talking to me, and I come back. But then that takes a while, so you're going through the whole thing twice, and you can't listen to anybody talking. So yeah, but I love to interact. So
Well, I hope that everything goes well
Yeah.
and
oh, it
you.
is. I've had the surgery before, and like right now, it feels like somebody's holding under the eyes and squeezing tight.
Oh,
And we have ducks on the outside. I won't take long. I apologize if I am. We have ducks on the not duck quack quack, DUCTS on the outside of our eyes, which keep um, the pressures in equilibrium with the outside of our eye and the inside. The environment is 100%. But mine, for some reason, stopped working. And usually water will flow in and out as they need to. And
right.
but mine closed up. And when it was first discovered, like I had a lot of visual problems years ago, and I went, and he said, "Holy crap, um, your retina is squished up against the left side of your eye." It was retina,
Oh, damn.
and I said, "Really? So is that what hurts?" "Yes," he said. But normally they'd put metal shunts in the outer area side of your eyes, but I'm allergic to base metals. So the only thing he could come up with he took this laser gun and he shot a hole in the top part of my eyes, which when I lay down would enable him to drain. But he kind of missed. He didn't strap my head in. Now, Diane, what would you do if you saw the shoot coming? You close your eyes, right?
Yeah,
So we
of
had to put
course.
4 holes in the top of each eye, but it worked great, and the
Oh
drainage
my
was
God. Yeah, that scares
awesome.
me. That scare, anything with the eyes
But
always
I could
scares me.
see for miles, and it was so clear after that. But he said, I don't think I want to do that again. So they're trying to find a better solution. But well, Fiona and COVID and everything holding up, blah blah blah. But I'm glad that he's now got somebody. I think that will look at and decide. And so, but they've got me on some great eye drops, which really help the eyes drain. And yeah, I can't read chat. It's killing me. I mean, you want to get in on all the information, right?
Right.
But I love listening, and I never miss a win. So I am sorry, if I kind of changed the conversation tone.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, I was gonna, briefly talk about Michelle Sabaté because I think that she's over the top. Listen, I said I was never going to get involved. I wasn't, for some reason, I don't know. Molly thought that, if I wanted information on her, that I would, go at her. But I saw something
Yeah,
in Michelle that I didn't want to touch. But now she's, way, way over the top. And I really do believe that the only reason people are, well, not, I think the majority of the people that are in there are just there for a shit show at this point.
yeah.
But it's hate bonding, and I don't believe in any hate bonding. Look, it was done to me. It was done to me a year and a half ago.
Oh yeah,
So
I
people jumped on
remember
the
that.
bandwagon with me. So I feel like she's headed for danger. If
There's
she,
your thing. They should actually pay you to use your story. But I've got to say it. Just a little comment. If you were actually guilty of doing what they're saying, and the amount is going up every time, you would have been behind bars or something. You know what I'm saying?
of course, and
It
I do
didn't
have to say,
happen.
listen, I heard Molly say today, she compares me to Tiffany and, how Tiffany didn't write a check or really send a check and you don't
Uh,
steal from kids. Uh, I just, or she said something to the effect that Diane's not going to pull this anymore. I didn't pull anything.
you didn't
So
pull
I don't
anything.
know what you're talking about, Molly. I really, I would really like to have a conversation with you
Diane,
about St. Jude, as a
there
matter of
was more than one different live you did where you put the amount you donated that particular month. I'm sure you remember them up on the screen, but then you private them afterwards. You showed us. on
Yeah,
more than one occasion what you didn't, not just a letter. Yes, it was that one too, but I distinctly remember it.
yeah, but
And it
it
was
doesn't. But the point is that it became it became what it became, a witch hunt or whatever. And I don't really want to go back into that.
no,
What I do want to do is say that I don't want to be compared to Tiffany, because here's the thing: Tiffany's a piece of shit. And what she did to me, going real life, I'm never going to forgive the going real life stuff. I'm
no,
never going to forgive the bullshit, because they didn't apologize to me. Well, Molly kind of apologized to me, but she didn't
well, as
do it
best as
publicly.
Molly could, yeah.
Yeah,
But you know, Diane, this had nothing to do with St. Jude's. It had
no,
everything
it
to
had to
do,
do with me, and having a drama channel and not
yeah, but
people
very
people
specific.
not
It had,
wanting me to talk about them or whatever. And it
yeah,
is, at this point, it's a joke to me. I don't
yeah.
care anymore.
But I think everything it had everything to do with you helping. Is it was her name Michelle? You know the woman that went to see meet with, up with Molly. It had everything to do with you. Well, you helping her present her story.
Oh,
Remember?
Tiffany, you mean
Yeah,
the
Tiffany.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
and
I
with,
think that might have been it. I think it was a
oh,
combination of things
that
that
was
she
it.
didn't like.
They
Um,
had to get you back, and when they had one iota of something, they blew it up. But you know, everybody should be careful. What goes around, sadly, and I don't really believe in karma, comes around.
oh, I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. But my concern for Michelle Sabaté is that she has people in there that are watching a shit show. She has gotten herself way too involved in, going real life. Um, oh, you do like the elephants? They're my favorite, Crystal. Um, anyway, I feel like the going real life, and whomever it is that's making videos about her, and then her talking about her son, and saying that he's in jail, and the only way he's going to get money is if he lets
Oh,
some.
yeah.
I mean,
Mm.
all that, and then she went at a woman and said that her kids were special need. I mean, she's just over the top. And now
Yeah,
at this point, yeah, I want zero to do with that woman. And I even
yeah,
noticed that Science Girl said that she was stepping back.
yeah.
Um, but if you're in there supporting her behavior,
Right.
um, on the things that she's doing, because you think it's going to get back at Molly's living her best life. Molly is has 200, uh I don't know, 200 Patreons. Um
Wow. Now that's an accomplishment
200
in and of
Patreons,
itself.
about 8 or 900 members between her two channels. She's living her best life,
Wow.
Michelle
Yeah.
Sabaté. Nothing you say is going to hurt Molly. It's just not going to happen. Why do 30-year-olds think that they are, or think someone 5 to 10 years older is so old? They do. What are you talking about, Ash? Who thinks that?
Was that Ash 274?
Yeah. Why do 30-year-olds think someone 5 to 10 years older is so old? They do realize they will be 5 to 10 years older sooner than they think. Who are you talking about? Who's saying that, Ash? Well, yeah. I mean, everybody gets older.
Uh,
Yeah, you're right.
really?
I mean, everybody gets older. Lady K, she is just as vile as the other ones attacking her. She is. But ignore you. You're just talking out loud, Ash. Yeah, she is just as vile as the ones attacking
I
her.
can't imagine a mother saying that about their child, though. You know, if
No,
you
and
want
you
money
know,
and
because here's the thing, when in the
ah,
situation that he was in, right?
hmm
You imagine, okay, so, uh, oh, yeah, well, yeah, she's a little, Starlight, she's a little wacky. But listen, if they want to play with her, that's their business. I don't want to play with her. Um, I do, I did listen to Penelope's video, and the reason that I not mad at her is because she just replies and plays back and corrects Michelle's bullshit. Um, and I don't believe in real life. Um, I just don't.
no,
Anyway,
you
uh, I just feel like when she said that about her son, I'm trying to imagine, right? You just got arrested. You're a heroin addict. You know that you're going to start going into withdrawals, withdrawals, probably within 12 to 24 hours. I don't know the actual time span. And you have one phone call and you call up your mother and she tells you that
Oh,
to pretty much go F yourself and I'm not giving you money. You wasted a phone call. I'm not giving you money. Um, so in order to get whatever you want, you're going to
no,
have to let some guy, you're going to have to bend over for some guy. I'm thinking about the fact that, my mother, when I don't feel good, or or if I have a problem or whatever, no matter what age you are,
yeah.
and I hate to say it, but everybody wants their mommy. Uh,
Well, yeah,
and I can't imagine my mother ever, ever, ever saying to me, like if I called her up and said, I'm not feeling good, her saying,
she
well, I don't
didn't.
care. I
Yeah,
mean, like, what do you want me to do? You know,
no,
I mean, I can't even imagine my mother saying that. So, I mean, I would be
no.
so painfully hurt. Uh, I don't think she gets it. She paid
Well,
50 grand to get him off of charges when he shot a man 5 times in the back. He didn't die, but he was paralyzed. Starlight,
wow.
do you believe that? Do you really
Nope.
believe that? I'm at the point where I don't believe anything that woman says. You really believe that she paid 50 grand to get him off charges because he shot a man? I heard she shot a man, he shot a man, and then it was something else. It was another story.
She shot somebody.
No, her son.
Oh, really? I've been.
I
I
don't
don't
believe
know.
her. I just don't believe her.
That's yeah. We'll show proof. Proof for it didn't happen. Right?
I feel like she's, very erratic. I can only watch her in small portions. Yeah, I can't. I will say this: Molly has her voice down pat. Her she can. That's one thing that Molly can do is
Oh, she's
impression.
got talent.
Yeah, she can do really good. Yeah, she repeats herself over and over, over and over. Diane will be your mom. I'm telling you, she repeats herself over and over and over. Subscribe, hit the like, subscribe, hit the like, subscribe, hit the like. I've got 2,000 subs. I've got 2,000 subs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? If you have a channel like that, when it comes around to monetization, they're going to review your channel and you might not get monetized. They will look at your content on your channel. She should adopt Latity. Who?
Oh, is she? No, she's in jail, right? She was the one in the car, pregnant, and then
Yeah,
the baby was
I
shot.
don't know if she's in jail. I don't follow the whole.
No, I usually listen to Mandolin, whatever news she and Stephanie have. So I got my information that way. Now, did you want to go on with that story because it's I'm probably keeping you from that, am
No,
I?
yeah, I'm just saying. Michelle Sabaté. I just see a shit show. I think people are over there. There are some people that are over there to support her, who hate Molly, but that's not a that's it's overkill at this point. It's major overkill. Um,
I would.
Obviously, it's not
Let's.
affecting Marissa's channel,
Yeah,
unless you can do something to hurt somebody's channel.
yeah,
Uh, it's pointless. I mean, like I said, Molly is living her best life.
yeah. I stopped into Molly's chat yesterday, and she was talking about the hurricane, and she was showing, like it was muted, but you could see the action of the waves in Florida where her family lives, and she has a sister there. And it was actually quite a good chat. It wasn't anything other than concern for friends and family and people that came in. She was when like say if you put a comment on the bottom of the screen, I can see it. It's like sheer joy. I wish everybody keep pasting it. Like some people will read the chat and I'm like, thank you. But
Well,
no,
I
it
don't
was
watch her. I don't watch Molly. I watch that.
no, I don't either, but her topic was interesting. It was prayers for people in California, and once in a while I do a drive-by. And I stopped and I was commenting. I was telling her the damages we got from that thing, that last hurricane. Well, we didn't fare out that badly, but we have a lot of damage. And our big seawall, which we thought was intact, is all into the sea. We have to replace about 50 feet of
Oh
seawall.
wow.
Right. So, but still, we've got our health and our 42-year-old roof, Diane, which we were frightened. On one side, we had the Atlantic Ocean. On the other side, we had the Trans-Canada Highway. And we expected our roof to be sitting on the Trans-Canada Highway where people could drive through it and underneath it.
Yeah, you
Like we
have to
were
redo
frightened.
roofs. You have to redo roofs every so.
We've been trying for it. There were 50-year shingles on it. Okay, no, 40-year. So we've done very very well. But we've been trying for 11 years, and most roofers now do the metal roofs. But the interesting fact in the province and like right everywhere where I've been checking, the metal roofs were all ripping off and blowing all over the place. So we do have a roofer, and he's going to be able to start and replace that roof, and we're getting 40-year shingles in 3 weeks.
Well,
Thank
that's good.
God. Yeah,
Thank God, right?
yeah.
Hold
And
on one second. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Hold on one second. I gotta grab something. Ow.
well, we're not going to get Ian. Sorry, I can't reach out, but we're not going to get Hurricane Ian. Apparently, it's going to um, in the direction of Ontario, hopefully. But we will be getting some of the other ones following. I just haven't been paying that much attention to them. Um, but Ian has really left some devastation in Florida. Whoa. And other parts barely even hit, like Tampa, unless it got hit worse afterwards. I was watching, like Philhorn Betty, she was interesting to watch. We have a generator because between the blizzards in the winter and the hurricanes in the summer, we can't function without it. And we got it actually when we were taking care of my mother in law, and she needed oxygen. So, um, that's when it started. Plus, we couldn't afford the power to be out, and like her oxygen tank was on, like within power. We had standby, but that wouldn't even do 24 hours. So anyway, I'm kind of going, but usually in a blizzard, it's high winds, and I will not let my husband turn it on because it's too darn dangerous. It's too easy to start a fire. And we've had some near misses with fires, so blah blah. But yeah, no. You
Okay, I'm back. Hello? Hello? What happened? Hello? Oh, she's gone. I'm looking on the YouTube side and I see the thing moving. I'm like looking at because I never am on the StreamYard side, so I see Mac 11 up there, and I see where it looks like it's talking, and she's not there. Damn, sorry. Well, anyway, it's been 2 hours. Anyway, thank you for coming up, Mac. I'm sorry. Um, yeah. So anyway, I'm done. I'm done yapping about whiskey. This is the last time. Mac 11, please let us know what happens with your eyes, please. I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I'm sorry to, whatever that kid's name was, for having to ban you, because he tried to come back again, everyone. I didn't tell you, but he tried to come back. I had to ban him. Come back in like 3 or 4 years. I don't know, maybe 4 years. Um, but I want to thank everyone for coming. Like I said, my first intention was to be an asshole. Uh, yeah, Josh. Josh. Sorry, Josh from the UK. But you need to be, definitely 18 or over, and I feel more comfortable with 21 and over, but that's just me. That's my preference. Thank you, D Rod. But my intention was to come on here and be like a major asshole to him. But I said, you know what? I think it would be better if I explain and give a little backstory so that people who might not know or maybe weren't around 3 years ago would understand that there was a time that he really liked me. And in between that time, I did nothing to him. I never went at him, nor did Stephanie Brown, who he also liked very much, and everybody else in our little community that he liked. So, I wanted to give a backstory. I apologize to Laura for having to, use that example, but it was the only example that I could use to, prove that he just really turned into a major asshole. Um, and I hope that he finds his way back to where he belongs. I mean, in his body, in his mind, gets well, because um, I don't want to see anyone, uh, have their life destroyed by alcohol. I just don't. Lanky Tour, where have you been, girl? Thank you, Lanky Tour. I'm wondering where you've been. I'm waiting for you to email me, because we will talk about Christmas. Yes, we are going to, still do wish lists, because that's what we do in this community, and we always have in this community, is help people. So we're going to do that. But everyone, thank you so much for coming. Um, I'll probably be live next week sometime. Uh, yeah, I don't know. It'll probably be Thursday again. We tried to work out a little schedule, because there's so many people going live now, and we like to be courteous to each of us so that we have time, and it's just you know doing the right thing. So again, I will see you next Thursday, and I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. And I might be around tomorrow. I don't know when Randy goes live. Maybe I'll pop over there and see what shit stirring up over there, because I have no idea what Randy's talking about. We never talk about that stuff. When we talk about her grandchildren and stuff like that. So yeah. And rest in peace, Coolio. Sorry I couldn't play your whole Gangsters Paradise. I don't know why it was all staticky, but that was my plan. And thank you, everybody. And be good. Be good. Oh, the necklace? I forgot. There's gonna yeah. All right. I should have said this in the beginning of the live stream. Uh I'll put it on my community page. Uh well, Randy's here in the chat. Randy, tomorrow night when you're live, remind everybody to go to what live stream was it? It was I'll tell you. I'll tell you. You'll have to tell people to come over and leave a comment. I forgot that I haven't done it yet. It's not pearl necklaces. Well, they are pearls, but they're not real pearls. They're two peas in a pod necklaces. Yeah, Mary, not yet. But this could be your. I know we do suck, but it was Randy. It was really my fault. It was really my fault. So I'll tell you what video. I'll give you the video, that people need to leave a comment on. And the next time I go live, I'll announce 2 winners. There's going to be 2 winners. All right. So I'm sorry. And I'll put it on my community page too. So Donna Doll Baby, I don't know if you left a comment or not, but if you did, good luck. We'll make sure that we take care of it. Mary, one of these times you're going to win. I swear. I swear you're going to. And during the week, I might have a Google Meet because they're really fun if you're a member. And we have a lot of fun. Randy does them too. And we've always had fun doing them. So, yeah, I'll put that up as well on my community page. Anyway, good night, everyone. I got to have my Frappuccino. I shouldn't be having it, but I am. Bye. No, it won't look fixed. Don't worry. I do it a random comment spinner. It's don't what? Have a Frappuccino? I am. Bye.